Welcome everyone to the stream. We get some stuff set up here and then we can get right into it. Sweet. Okay. So, second stream. Let's go. We're going to be working on some sick stuff today. Hopefully sick. Here's the video. Let me pull it up to this screen. What I think we might do. I don't know why this happened. Why is this happening with VLC recently? I don't know why. But basically I want to have like something interact with the ground. I'm thinking like an iPhone because the newest iPhone is released, and so we shall see it. Yeah, like why does it do that? Also, if anybody is in, let me know how the music volume is here. I'll go and turn it down slightly because I don't know. The first time I'm trying to do like background music, and so we'll see. Let's go ahead and get started. How many frames is it actually? Let me see. Okay, 210. Perfect. And I don't, it's in 30 FPS. Let's just check the metadata real quick. H.264. Okay. 29.97. I hate 29.97. I wish 30 was kind of the standard. I don't know the technical reason for it, but I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. I don't know. Okay, so first thing first, let's do some camera tracking. I think this is going to be pretty easy to track. I'm fingers crossed. I'm a little bit worried about the people moving to see if that's going to like throw in any complications. But we have this really nice ground plane right here. And so I think of all the camera track, I mean, I've probably done like hundreds of freaking camera tracking shots, but this one seems like it's doable at least. So let's fine tune, just gonna let it auto track. This is Finalizing, by the way. If anybody is new to the channel, this is the program I've been using recently for all my gigs to do camera tracking, just because I find it's much better than the default Blender camera tracker. Welcome to the stream, Monish. Love your videos. Thank you so much. More videos are coming soon, I swear. It's just been a little crazy recently, but they are coming soon, so hopefully we can have some sick stuff coming up here soon. So I do want to go ahead and delete all the tracking markers that are stuck to people, just because usually, yeah, like these two shouldn't be moving. Let's see, is there anything else? There's this one that's kind of going crazy over there. And then this one. Go ahead and save this. Yeah, so today we're just working on some random stuff, and you guys are holding me, why am I saying that? You guys are holding me accountable of actually trying to do more visual effects, because I've been slacking a lot recently. I've been very busy with projects and everything, so I am hoping to start to do this more often. And streaming is fun, it's easy, you know. That's mostly why I've been testing around with it. It's 2 a.m. in India right now. I love it. Welcome to the stream. I hope you get some sleep here soon, but hopefully it's all you know, chill vibes here. I won't try to yell into the mic or anything like that, even though I totally could. Don't delete your privacy this video. Do not worry, I will not. All my live streams are going to be categorized starting now. I believe you can already do that if you go on the channel and just view live streams. Unless the other one got deleted, but I'm pretty sure it didn't. So this is my second stream, midnight. Sweet. Cool. So let's go ahead and do some refinement. Also, for everybody who's watching right now, let me know the music volume. I am very not good at streaming. Let's just put it like that. So if the music's too loud, totally let me know. I can turn it down very easily. I just thought last stream it was kind of like weird having nothing on, but this one's a little chill. Also, my headphones are open back, and so I'm hoping there's no like echo effect. And so I'm holding you guys accountable. You let me know if anything like that is happening, and I will fix it ASAP. Your boy is a very noob at streaming, and so we'll try to do the best we can, right? Okay, I'm just why that delete everything? That was weird. Select. Why is that deleting everything? I don't know if oh okay. Why is that happening right now? I've never had problems with a scene like this. Like only let's undo everything. Hopefully it's not giving us problems. Some live messing. Hey, you're the one I learn visual effects. Love your videos. I wonder why you don't use a. Okay, so great question. He asked. They asked about After Effects to Blender camera tracking. If you care about visual effects, I highly recommend that you don't do A to blend the add-on, just because camera tracking is such a finicky process. You want to make sure it's as perfect as possible, and unfortunately A to blend is a very rudimentary kind of thing. After Effects is meant to be used as a motion graphic tool, and because it's not really meant for high-end visual effects, that's why I don't recommend it. It's camera tracking will get you there, but we'll move around a ton. It's not professional, basically. And I try to be as professional as I can be without it taking a buttload of time. Can you explain the D-lighting in depth? I can't get my head around it. So I think you're referring to the D-lighting tutorial that recently came out from Ian Hewart. It's confusing. I mean, I watched barely a little bit of it. Basically, the idea is that you don't want shadows baked into things. And so we remove the shadows, and then then you can actually project textures into the 3D scene once it's camera tracked, and then use that stuff to actually light the scene, basically foregoing some of the traditional compositing techniques and doing some compositing in the 3D viewport. But then the final step is still doing a little bit of compositing and stuff. So that's the basic idea. I haven't really tested around too much with that D-lighting technique, but it seems cool. It seems a very unique kind of use case scenario. I might play around with that and see if I can develop kind of a workflow that works well in kind of my own work. Let's do tripod right now. That music's a little too loud, so let's turn that down. There we go. Yeah, so D-lighting, I'll have to play around with it before I say any comments about anything like that. It looks like a cool add-on, that's all I'll say. Has not been solved in tripod yet. Interesting. Okay, so we have a tripod shot. So I'm hoping this is looking like it's already giving us some better stuff. It was in refined tripod. Let's go and undo that. I don't know if that would cause an issue, but I just don't want to run into it. There we go. Okay, so 13 solve error. Let's make sure it's not attaching to any people again, like this one. See, these ones are kind of all over the place. This one, anyone that excuse me, anyone that attaches to people we do not want. We hate people. Also these are like crazy over here. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's refine the scene. Then we're gonna go to this where we can go ahead and start getting out the bad tracking markers. That's way too much, so I need to up that. Might need to up it to like 200. I find sometimes it's a little finicky with this stuff. That's a lot of tracking markers. Sounds like this is going to be more difficult. So let's not select those. Let's select the bad frames and try to fix some of those. Okay, there we go. It went from 13 to 3, so that is already better. Thank you for your answer. Also, what do you think about Houdini? Is it do you think it's worth it? So Houdini is one of those programs that I think is very good. It's it's good depending on what you want to do, right? Like if you are very industry focused, right, you're wanting to do visual effects as a career, I would say it's definitely worth it. Like more studios use Houdini than Blender, for obvious reasons, right? Like Blender is a free package. It's, you know, a little bit rudimentary in terms of visual effects. If I'm being honest with you, it is free, so that's nice. If you're learning simulation, it's a must. Like if you're going to be a sim artist or, you know, anything like that, it's really the only program that anybody uses for that stuff. I actually recently did something with Liquidgen, with some liquid simulation and stuff like that, but Houdini is like the king of all that stuff. So if, you know, you are in that boat, then unfortunately Houdini is a must-learn program for those people. Let's solve this. I don't know the pricing. I wonder if the pricing is has gotten better. Okay, let's select some of these bad markers. Is give me some problems. You know, I might have to do some lens distortion work. Let's calc distortion. I'm gonna turn on quadratic. What am I doing? Quartic. I haven't done this lens distortion workflow in a long time. I'm trying to remember, there's like a better calculation you could run. Maybe I think it's this stuff down here, but I won't worry about that. We'll just get some type of lens distortion. And let's see if that helped. Okay, that definitely helped. I still don't want to delete those bad markers though. Let's see if we can solve it one more time. And now we can fix those. Okay, only 21. That's much better. I am comfortable deleting 21. That should give us much better results. Shift G. What are we at now? We're almost at a pixel horizontal solver. Sup, Phil Flock? Welcome to the stream. Been testing this out recently, so we're doing some live visual effects, and we're gonna hope that I don't mess up. Okay. Okay, I want to try to get below 8.5 for this scene. I think this scene might be a little bit higher than usual, but I don't necessarily think we need it like perfect. 0.8, dang, this scene is finicky. We are losing a lot of ground markers, and I don't like that. All right. I'm just gonna go undo a lot of these. I might do the more manual method. I don't think we need as many here. Not up here. Yeah, all of our floor trackers are like really off. So that's frustrating. Okay, this is my like brute force method. Okay, let's do... Yeah, all the floor trackers are like weird. Do not want to delete like any of the floor trackers. That's fine to delete. Basically what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to lower the solve error, but we have these lovely floor tracking markers and I don't want to delete them. Thank you. Yeah, I've been trying to test some different live stream settings, so let me know if anything gets wonky. I know last stream we were dealing with like some low bitrate errors on my end, but everybody said it was fine, so who knows. Also, you know what? I just realized we are doing a tripod, so I guess it didn't really matter that we have too many floor tracking markers. So I think that's fine. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just bringing up my my YouTube channel down here so I can keep track of the stream. Sorry, I'm just bringing up my there we go. Sweet. All right, let's continue our work. Let's do this. Let's do one more Brad frame. Okay, what are we at? 0.7. You know what? I'm gonna test this. I think we're at the point to where it might be useful testing this. I'm just gonna save as, save a copy just in case. Okay, so now that we have it saved, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna redistort. I'll do that later because I need it. I need this number to be 0 over here because Blender is silly. You know, they still haven't figured out a good Blender workflow. So what I don't know if I'm gonna get to this on stream today, but basically, as you can see, it punch the ends in, and so then I'll need to go in my compositing software and add this distortion back into my CGI. Whoops, I just smacked the frickin' whoops. Will you give any courses with this software? I am not at the level yet to where I can give courses for this software, just because I don't feel like I am an expert in this, and I think it's honestly easy enough to what I do, what I use it for, somebody could learn this in a day, you know? And so there, I was self-taught on this program as well, so. Just YouTube videos, baby. What advantages Synthesize have? It's one of the best camera tracking softwares ever. Like, it's just simply the best. Like, if you're really trying to get good camera tracks, that PF track is another kind of one that the industry uses and stuff. It's just better than Blender. It's better than After Effects. It's better than pretty much every software. Just, you know, that's all I can really say is, you know, I know it's a kind of silly answer, but you know, it's true. It's just better. Okay. So here is how we align our floor, because right now, if I go into 3D, right, like this is the top view. If I draw a box on the ground, you can see over here, it's not situated. So, here's what I've been doing recently. We're going to test this, and this is very new to me. If I'm being honest, and so I'm hoping we can do this. So my CG guy is going to be here. I want to set this to be my floor plane, so we're going to add a line. Let's see, right here we're going to add this line. Now these tiles aren't perfectly straight, as you can see they're zigzaggy, and so we're going to approximate as best as we can. This I want to be our x-axis. And then over here, we'll do this one is going to be our y-axis. Where is it? On y-axis. There we go. And so now we just have to make a few parallel lines parallel to y. We're going to set this one over here to be also parallel with y. Now I do want them as separated as possible, just so it, you know, averages out and gets that human error out. Is it easier to track than Blender? I would say personally, yes. It's very one click for most things. And when I say one click, I guess there's a little bit extra that you have to do, but it's so much more simple than Blender. So yeah. Do you have any tips for overlapping CG shadows with real shadows and compositing? They always add up and get darker. So yeah, so what I do in CG, I mean, I use Nuke, and so Nuke is the industry standard software there, and so that's how I'm gonna kind of explain this. Basically, all I do is mask out the actual shadows in the clip and then try to line up the CG shadows with them. There's always a kind of line. You can never get it perfect to match. You do want to make sure you're color correcting instead of adding a shadow as a layer. And then what you do is I use like what's it called in Nuke? It's Roto Paint inside of Nuke, but basically all it is it's a clone brush, and so you clone brush it in a little bit, then you smudge it. I like to smudge it super, like, not a lot. You don't want to be super noticeable, but what the smudging does and the blurring, of that line is it'll actually blend in those two to where they're seamless. And so that's how I've done it in the past, and it's done pretty well for me. And so yeah, that's more of a kind of use case scenario, because sometimes it could work, sometimes it couldn't work, you know. And so it really does depend on like the scene of how it could actually work and function. Okay, we're gonna test this. So now that I have those there, I might want to go ahead and put a Z as well. Now this program's weird. You don't want to do a Z-axis. You want to do parallel to Z-axis. You only want 2 axes in Synthesize. Okay. Line. There we go. Sweet. Okay. That was super worried. I was afraid it wasn't going to work. But once you hit a line, if we come to the perspective now and go into the camera view. Why is it not pan 2D? Why is pan 2D not working? There we go. Okay, that was weird. Okay, sweet. So our floor is now set. That looks good, I think. There's a little bit of movement. Huh. Yeah, let's put a box down. Yeah, we don't need that big of a box. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm gonna test something real quick. If I bring this whole scene up, and I need to right click, and let's do whole effects messages off. There we go. So I'm gonna move this up. Where was that? I'm gonna use this as kind of like my pseudo origin point. Okay, it was that one right there. Okay, we're gonna see if this sticks a little bit better. Yeah, it's not sticking. Huh. I didn't expect this shot to give me so much problem. You know, in these situations, I know this is super boring for you guys, and I apologize, but we're just gonna go ahead and restart and see if I can do it without a tripod movement. It's easier than Blender to track a synthesize like Blender. Like you can put models inside of track footage, or do you have to import it? I import it into Blender, so the model I was just putting there is just for a test. And then the idea is, once I'm happy with the result, which I wasn't for that case, that's when I would render this out to Blender and do all my 3D in Blender, is the explanation there. Okay, let's try this again. Normal motion. Okay, we're just gonna try it again. I might try to go in here, maximum tracker. I might set this up to like 1000 maybe. I used to remember how to do this. Flips all frames. Yeah, so that just gives all of that stuff. And then if I think I can peel all is the thing to do there. There we go. So those are tracking markers. And then if we go to solver. Gosh, this is undirected. I'm not gonna mess with that. Let's do, I think that's it. Let's go. Because I want to have more tracking markers in the scene. I think that's what the problem was last time, is we didn't have enough tracking markers in the scene. And so now I have 1,000 tracking markers in the scene. And so in theory, it should give it more data to actually go and do that. And while we're waiting for that, I can answer some of the chat. Welcome, Revived Dark. Welcome to the stream. Is Synthesize like Blender? Like you can put models inside your track? Oh, okay. Same question. Yeah, no, Synthesize is fantastic. It's one of the best tools there is for camera tracking. So highly recommend if you are serious about visual effects. I highly recommend it. I will have, if you go to any of my YouTube videos, in the description of every one of my videos, I have like an affiliate link section, and you actually can actually go to that affiliate link, and it does help me out on the channel. So that helps me out. But also, I believe there is a discount on it. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure there is a discount if you are interested in, I think, the year subscription of this. But super cheap program for what it offers. Highly recommend it. Great software. It is not free. So to answer your question there, while that is loading, let's see. This is Synthesize. It's by Boris Effects, and so they were a previous sponsor of the video. I actually get this program for free as well, and so that really helps me out a lot. I do some stuff for them. Can I not just? There is a trial, so you can do a trial pricing. There we go. So $295 annually, and I know that might sound like a lot to people out there, but if you do this for a living, it saves me so much time. And honestly, if you know anything about kind of visual effects programs and their subscription models, it sucks that there are subscriptions. There is a perpetual license as well, so at least they offer that. That's good. But $295 a year is super cheap for what this offers. It saves me more than that on one project alone. And so that's kind of how I not justify, like, honestly, you know, I can't say that's a very cheap price, right? If you are a non-freelance artist, if you're just doing this for fun, probably not worth it for you. But, you know, for me, somebody who uses camera tracking on every single project, it saves me a ton of time. Is this thing done yet? Failed solving. Nice. Love that. Okay, let's, I think that one failed solving. So let's go ahead and delete that. Then, let's select the highest error tracks. Okay, there we go. Now it's giving us some kind of good results. Let's fix that, resolve. And of course, it's going to be a little bit harder. There we go. Now we're actually getting somewhere. We are now kind of forcing the program to work with us now. Beautiful. I don't know why. Well, I know why it does it by default, because it doesn't want to overwhelm people and their GPUs. Like, I have a pretty good machine, and so I can afford to have 1,000 tracking markers. I think normal people, normal artists do not, and so that's why they don't have it on by default. But I think that what was the default one? Was it like 70 or like 100 or something like that? I don't even know. Kind of whack. What's it for? Yeah, so it's mainly meant for tracking. So camera tracking, geometry tracking. They have like some other unique tracking stuff. It's pretty much just all tracking. Like it might have some other use cases. I don't know. It's in the Boris Effects suite, or whatever they call it. So that includes like Mocha. It's basically After Effects, the Adobe suite, but with all the Boris products. And so it's a great tool. Great tool. Again, like I said, if you're a serious visual effects artist, I cannot recommend this program enough. This will take me, I don't even know if this would be possible inside of Blender. To get this good of a track, that is. Okay, so we're gonna attempt to try to get to under 0.3, maybe 0.2 if we can. That would be very nice, actually. And stay tuned. The fun part is about to come up, to where I think it'll convince a lot of you guys to give Synthesize a try. If you're used to Blender camera tracking, just wait like a couple minutes and I will show you why Synthesize is the program for you. Again, not technically sponsored or anything by them. I was sponsored in the past, but I do have an affiliate link with them. But I use them all the time to where I feel comfortable recommending it to others, even though that they do help out the channel. Okay, so we're under 2.3. Let's do it one more time, maybe. We can just keep going. 2.5. Okay, 2.5. That's going to be totally fine for me. Looks like all these markers are doing much better now, and I'm not going to worry about lens distortion. That might bite me in the butt, but we're going to see. We'll do some tests here soon. Okay, so let's this is the part I'm talking about, so you want to pay attention if you are interested in Synthesize. It's a great tool. Let's go ahead and set up our floor plane, because right now if we go to 3D and place a block on the floor, you can see we're having the same problem as Blender. We basically don't have the 3D floor defined. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to define that real quick. So we're going to go to quad perspective up here. We're going to lock and then pan 2D just so I can be able to move around and see the actual grid of our floor. Lasso trackers down here. And what I want to do is I want to lasso all the trackers I want to be on my floor plane. So all of these right here. Let's go over to grid, and then I'm going to press the facet verts trackers. And so as you can see, we now have our grid pseudo setup, I believe. We might have to do some testing. That looks a little off to my eye. But now let's set up our grid. So we'll make this one the origin, so that looks good. And then this one over here, if we select two of them now, that'll be the rotation of the scene. So let's see, that is, can't tell if, I don't believe that's on the floor correctly. Let's go ahead and make grid the ground so we can see all of the markers over here. So yeah, so it seemed like we selected too many markers to kind of be on the ground. Let's just select a few. So let's select these, maybe this one and this one. So all of those, let's try that now. We're kind of just playing around now. Okay, that looks better. Let's make grid the ground. Let's do our box test. Yeah, I think there is some lens distortion. So let's do lens distortion, because I think that is throwing us off. Even though our solve is low, it's still giving us some issues. Calc distortion. Did not expect this to go this crazy today, but this is honestly a normal scenario to happen if you're in visual effects and stuff like that. This isn't uncommon to spend quite a little bit of time to do some camera tracking. Somebody says, hello, I'm wondering why you're making the camera track on different apps and techniques. So really it's just whatever kind of is the best case scenario. I like using this just because it's so much better than Blender camera tracking. We kind of had that conversation a little bit ago, but it'll just give us so much more kind of tools to go ahead and try to get the best solver you can. And so I saw a night and day difference of my camera tracking of just how fast it is compared to Blender camera tracking, but also how accurate it is. So it's a very nice tool. Also, it's the industry, quote unquote, industry standard. There's not really a industry standard one. It's mainly this one and PF Track, from what I've heard, are the two camera tracking industry standard tools. What am I doing? Sorry, I'm kind of like blinking right now. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Lens workflow redistorted. Okay, there we go. I need this number to be 0 right there. You can see it kind of brought out the edges, which is nice. Let's try that. Try that floor technique again. I don't know why it's giving us problems. What are we doing? To facet verts. It's like raising here. Let's just select, let's select everything. Maybe that's it. It's not getting some of these over here, so it's not using those as like kind of reference. Usually I try to avoid this but we're gonna see if this is the move. Yeah, you can see it's already kind of on the ground plane. To facets, verts. Okay, that looks much better, I believe. It might be a fat good enough, honestly, guys. Like, let's place because I don't need it to be exactly straight, as long as they're like sticking, which it looks like it is. I think we're fine. Honestly, I'm gonna render out of Blender because I spent way too long in this program already. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna say that's good enough. We're gonna go to File. Oh, make the grid to ground. I always forget to do that. I don't know why. That probably helps line. Or I might have already done that. Did I? Wait a minute. That seemed to fix it. Okay, I think we're good. I am I'm making myself go mad here. Silly. Alright. While that loads, we're launching Blender now, and it takes a little bit, so it needs to load in all of the data markers and stuff. Let's check out some of the things. Let's see. Your videos are absolutely amazing. Good VFX and trying to make cool videos, but Blender crashes and so many errors. Don't know what I'm doing wrong anyways. First of all, your PC could very well be that you're pushing it too hard. So that would be my first thing, is just make sure you get some good good PC tech. So what do you think of fair price? So when doing these live streams and stuff like that, one thing I won't talk about, just so you guys know, is pricing, just because those are really industry secrets, and also that would compromise a little bit of my things inside of that industry. So I won't really talk about that. What I would tell you instead, though, is that really you have to spend time to kind of understand what normal pricing is. Also, it depends on your quality of work. If you are working for a bigger company, you can charge more. Usually what I do now is I charge based on project rates instead of day rates, just because I find day rates are a little finicky, just because it's harder for somebody to kind of understand, hey, here's my day rate. Oh, we went over. Can you pay me an extra day of that day rate? Usually I just stick with project rates, because then it's on me. Like, if I go a little bit extra, it's a little bit insurance for those companies to not have to charge me if I go over, because it's really my job to bid that out, right? That's the whole kind of bidding process. So that's my tip to you, is kind of just test the water. Don't be afraid to underbid yourself. I super underbid myself at first, and then I learned from it. And so I would say work is so important, so don't worry about the price for now, and just get working, and you'll find that your price will kind of, you'll base it based on their reactions and stuff like that, and you might change it for the next one, is what I would say. To CG view. For some reason, it didn't import in our trackers and also our camera background. That's kind of weird. I wonder, something must have went wrong. It's probably fine though. Let's do camera, background images, movie. Sweet, let's do a quick test just to make sure everything is lining up. Sweet, that looks pretty good, pretty good. Do you shoot your own footage usually? I do not. That is one thing I am probably going to start doing soonish. My problem is I don't have I didn't have the funds for a DSLR. And so that really kind of limited me on the stuff that I can make. But coming this Black Friday, I might get a DSLR. I'm still debating, but we shall see. What I want to do now is I want to set up the correct scaling of our scene. Correct scaling in visual effects is so important for a variety of reasons, biggest of which being the actual similar lighting data into our scene, so the shadow fall off and all that stuff. We want to make sure our scene is set up correctly. This cube is about 2 meters tall, so I need to size the world down. Some of these people, I'm going to assume these people are like, usually I use like 5'5" as a reference, and so this is about 6'5" feet because I'm American. We're going to scale that up, so roughly around like right there is probably a very tall person, I would say. Something like that. That's totally fine. So that is the correct scale of our scene. Now I do want to try to do some rotation of our scene. So G, Shift Z, snap that. Because you can see the rotation of our scene is a little off. So I'm going to see if I can nail that real quick. It's not really that big of a deal for this, what I plan to do for this visual effects shot, but it would be very nice to have. And so why not try? Okay, so let's see. And also let's first of all get this on our line. Why is that finicky? There we go. Okay, so that's on that line. This part should be on that line as well. There we go. Okay, sweet. So we have the rotation of that. I do think it's these tiles. Like, the horizon line is maybe a little bit off as well. But I'm going to say this a lot throughout this stream. I think it's good enough for what we need it for. This would... Okay, I will say this. This camera track is... most likely off. If I was doing this for a client or anybody like this, I would make sure to nail it down and we're not running into any issues. Since we're on a stream and I'm trying to be entertaining for you guys, we're going to leave it. And hopefully we don't run into anything. And so that's the fun part about streaming is we're kind of, you know, going to roll with it and see how it goes. I always set day rate and clients can give approximation and finish it a day ahead. If you give notes, I charge extra for that. Yeah, so that's kind of how I used to go for client work and stuff. What I found is that if I finish early, people would ask for that day rate back. Also, when you give a day rate and then you give an approximation, that's basically a project rate, right? Like you're basically giving them a total price for the project in their head. And so I ended up just skipping that whole thing and giving a total, right? And so the clients I work with are kind of a little bit higher on the tier of most artists. And so it depends on what you're doing, right? Like maybe for lower end artists, I would lower end clients. And when I say lower end, I just mean clients who might not be able to afford higher budgets and stuff. It comes down to personal preference and stuff like that, but I've had more success with project rates than day rates, if that makes sense. So that's my 2 cents about that. Hello, Mito Key. I'm not going to pronounce that. Welcome to the stream. Shoot on an FX3. Great camera for medium budget projects. If RAW is important, then you might want to look into Blackmagic cameras for the same price range. So I'm going to cross off Blackmagic for my things. I don't need any cinema camera quality for my work. I kind of have a little bit of a problem with cinema quality cameras in terms of for a small production, as in just me. I don't need all that stuff. Also, DaVinci or the Blackmagic, what is it called? Their cinema camera, I forget what it's called. It shoots in B-RAW, which is fine, but again, those are just all these extra steps to where I'd rather, like you said, have an FX3, just a DSLR that can do log, all that stuff or whatever. So I definitely need to do that. FX3 is amazing. I have tons of friends that actually have some, and great camera. So I can't afford it. For what I want to use it for, I cannot afford it at all. So set up some cycles. Let's do some lighting real quick. I'm going to go to optics, noise on our GPU, 512. That's not 512. There we go. Motion blur on, film transparent. I do want to set my camera to be fully opacity. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. Now I want to go ahead and quickly model out kind of everything in the room. I'm going to be very, very rough. So basically what I want to do in this shot is I want to have an iPhone kind of come over here, and it's going to kind of like dolphin, like a dolphin. It's going to come out of the floor, and the floor is actually going to ripple a little bit and stuff like that. And then I want it to jump over these people and kind of land back here on this floor over here. So that's the gist. Can we make it happen? That is the question. But I think we can make something that looks pretty cool. Okay, so first things first is the modeling. So this is our floor kind of section over here. I do want to go ahead and I'll extrude this upwards. I'm not going to worry about modeling out all the extravagant things. Also, what I'm going to go and do actually, let's reset our Z rotation. I am going to align it to actually this top of the building up here instead of the floor. I think that'll make more sense. So let's just rotate our scene before we start modeling all this out. I think that'll be better. We'll see. So we have that. Yeah, our camera track is way off. I think also the distortion is kind of wicked on this one. And so, yeah. That's the other thing about cameras is I was looking at the Osmo Pocket 3 as potentially bringing it on for the channel to use as my webcam, and then also doing more like real life content with you guys of like filming, like the whole process of filming, doing all that stuff of like how to capture an HDRI, all that stuff or whatever. The problem with the Pocket 3 is it has a lot of distortion, I believe. And so I'll have to do some testing to see like specifications and stuff like that. But that is why I'm a little bit hesitant on the Pocket 3. I don't know. I just need something portable and not super like crazy to where I would have to like know all this like camera tech to be able to even run the camera, you know. Like I have some I have film school background, so I come from a film school, so I know every single job in Hollywood. Like I've done every single job there, including like DP and all that stuff, so I know cameras and stuff like that. I feel like visual effects artists, we have to know cameras, but I haven't done it in a long time, and also I'm going to be a single man production, and so I need something with good autofocus as well. So that's why I'm leaning more towards the Sonys. And yeah, it's just camera tech is it's so expensive. I know it's you know, it's kind of needed, but at the same time, I'm like, I do not want to have to pay all of that money for just a single camera. Okay, we're gonna place. Try to kind of block out this, what is this, like a pedestal or something? Okay, so that's roughly right there, and it's roughly around that height. So sounds good. I'm just going to use it as what you call it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start lighting this scene. So first of all, I need to set up my textures. So this one is going to be my footage. If you've seen the channel, you're probably tired of me doing all of this, but basically the idea that I'm doing right now is I want to get, I want to get our footage. So I'm going to plug that into the base color. And it's not showing up correctly because the frame is off. 1, 2, 10. And it actually might be because it doesn't recognize this auto refresh, maybe. Yeah, I don't think it recognizes this. So what we're actually going to do, I need to render out a proxy real quick. So let's do that inside of Blender. Sony S73. Interesting. Let me write that down real quick. Because, you know, my other consideration, so just to let you guys know, some kind of like back-end plans, I'm like pseudo planning right now. I want to maybe have multiple cameras for a webcam, and then also maybe having a podcast set up or something to where I can like switch cams and stuff. So that is very in works. I have a ton of industry friends and stuff like that. And so I'm thinking about a podcast of bringing on some of those and like talking about visual effects, talking about like life experience, you know, or previous work stuff, or what. I think it'd be a lot of fun of just getting some industry professionals like myself on there to kind of talk about all the stuff that we've done and been through. You know, I think especially because we're so young in our careers, I feel like you never hear from those guys. That you always hear from the people who made it, right? And so we shall see. That is a very want item right now for me. There are other items that I'd rather spend more of my money to for my business. So who knows what the future holds. It's just exciting to be able to do this though. Like honestly, I'm gonna be sappy YouTuber, but everything you guys have done for me in my career has been very influential, and you know, I'm excited to see where the future goes. I think there's some exciting things on the horizon, and I'm gonna be the hype guy who everybody freaking hypes up. There's stuff like, oh, I have something coming soon and all this, but really, I do have some cool and exciting stuff that I think you guys would really benefit from. So I am excited to hopefully share that with you guys soon. Let's write this out. Now this is just going to be proxy, so I don't care about the quality. Keep going to my freelance folder. That's the other thing. I got to get a server. I just did a project that was like 500 gigs and it destroyed my my storage. It was crazy. I gotta set the there we go. This may really improve my renders using the video for the shadow catcher material. Yeah, for sure. No, shadows are one of those things that not a lot of people I feel like do correctly. And once you kind of understand the kind of workflow that you have to do inside of Blender, because even though you don't see something doesn't mean that it doesn't interact with the CG objects, it's a game changer. You know, it's it really is. Like I've been doing visual effects in Blender for gosh, like 6 years now or something like that. And I remember if you go back to my early stuff, you can see the kind of the wrong way to do renders and stuff like that. There we go. Okay. And then for my lighting, I'm going to attempt to do like I did last stream, using the physical atmosphere add-on. Great add-on. You could just look up physical atmosphere in Blender Market and find the add-on I use. So let's go to visibility, shadow catcher, do mesh, cube. Let's have 2 objects in here just to tell everything. So I'll have a white cube back there. Then we'll also have a UV sphere. And half the sphere, this is a very kind of real world thing that people do. They use kind of chrome balls, and then also the other half is a matte white color, and so that helps a lot with lighting, I find. So we're gonna add 2 materials, and this side is gonna be that material. So this material is going to be a metallic low roughness. We're gonna right click shave smooth. So that is a perfectly chrome ball, and so now we should be able to use both of these sides, because right now this is gray, this should be white, visually white in our scene. So with the starlight sun. Let's go ahead and rotate this down. Now this one is going to be interesting because, like, let's see, we don't have any shadows to reference off of. Everything is in there. But we can kind of see the sun direction if we kind of look over here. So first of all, it is kind of rotating to the left. So let's rotate that like that. Try to get that as best as possible. This one is going to be very kind of subjective, so that looks good. Then also we're just gonna continuing lowering this until our background is actually occluded. So that is looking good. So yeah, that is why I had to model out this whole kind of building section up here, just so we can actually be able to tell where the sun direction is. And so I think that looks pretty good. You know, within realm of possibility. Yeah. Now, one thing to note with reflections, and we are going to be using a iPhone today, and so there are going to be some reflections. And so what I'm actually going to do is we'll go ahead, let me think real quick. Let's just select all this wall back here. I'm gonna Shift D, duplicate P, separate by selection. And then for this one over here, we're gonna right click, set origin to surface. And then we're gonna go ahead, right click, we're gonna subdivide it, let's say like 10 times or something like that. And then I believe if we hit U, project from view, and then set this to correct aspect, and then, I know I'm saying and then a lot, just stick with me a little bit. We'll come up here, make a new material, reflections. We'll delete this principled BSDF. This also needs to be 210, which I need to go ahead and set for the other one as well. We'll set 210. And now if we turn the shadow catcher off, we now have a baked texture. I believe we do not. That's because I got to set this to UV. There we go. Now we have a baked texture. That is pretty sick. And all I'm going to do now is let's bring another viewport out here, and I'm going to move that back here. And now we can actually see texture behind this. This is a big thing that a lot of people miss. I might actually rotate that like there we go. This is a big thing that people miss is proper reflections and kind of how to do that inside of the workflow. And so something like that. This is going in a new reflections collections because we might have some other objects in there as well. And yeah. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. There we go. I'll just try to set that material correctly. And this one we can set to shadow catcher. There we go. I want your Blender VFX motion tracking video, but my thing will never render. I'm using MacBook. Is that the problem? So Macs are not great for visual effects. It's not the problem, I think. Could you give me a little bit more information of like why it's not rendering? If it's giving you a black screen, if it's crashing, anything like that, just let me know. Welcome to stream 433 Fun. How you doing? MacBook. Okay, so the big thing about MacBooks and why us visual effects artists hate it is because if we come up here to file, edit I always click that. Edit preferences, go to system. We have these cycles render devices right here. Now, depending on your Mac software, I don't know which ones should actually show up here, but Optics is the one that's very useful for us Blender users because it basically takes the use of these RTX cores inside of the program, and so it renders out 10 times faster. It's so nice. Not to mention you can choose your own GPU, your CPU, all this stuff. That's why Windows really is all we use inside of visual effects. If you come from an editing background, that might be a little bit weird to you because they are Apple based people, and more power to them. But visual effects, we like Windows. I constantly have debates with all of my friends. It's so funny. I'm like, you know, because I've always been a Windows guy, and so it's just, you know, we poke fun at each other. It's a fun time. Now, one thing about these is we want to turn off the shadows that these cast. So what I'm going to do is let's select all of just these two. These are in the reflections, yeah. And then we're going to go over here, holding Alt, I can hit diffuse, shadow. Let's see. I think we only need glossy and transmission. I'm pretty sure, just for all the reflections. And then if we have any glass in our scene or anything like that, that we'll go through. So yeah, so that is looking pretty good. Don't worry about the white point for now. I think it's reading a little bit blue. Actually, what I might do, let's play around with the sky. I'll turn film transparent off. There are like 0 clouds in the sky, I'm pretty sure, in our footage. Let's see. I just like looked out. There we go. Yeah, so it's a very bright and sunny day. That's also why I like using the physical atmosphere add-on, is because this will render out so much faster than HDRIs. It's kind of great. It's a great tool. Highly recommend. Not sponsored. Okay, what are we doing? I want to turn clouds off. None. There you go. That's all I need to do. Just so we get more accurate reflections, but more importantly, more accurate blue lighting bouncing into our objects over here. Also, I might increase the intensity of our sun. I highly caution you against doing this most of the time, but I think you can cheat it a little bit. So I'll like multiply this by 1 point. We'll try 20%. So that's 20% increase. We'll do it by another 50. That seems fine. Yeah, it's not doing too much, but I think that reads a little bit better. Who knows? I think we are done with the lighting. I think. I always mess around with lighting a million times in a project, so most likely we'll have to come back. Okay, so this is looking good. What I want to go ahead and do is let's make a new shadow collection for now. I'm just going to turn that off because I want to go ahead and mess around with some fun physics. You know, we love some physics. Where do I want the iPhone to jump out of? Should kind of jump out like right here, right? So something like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and subdivide this. So I'm going to right click, subdivide. We're going to do like 50. 75 maybe. I just need a lot of geometry. And then most importantly, maybe we'll just put it like right here. I don't want it touching that lady though, so it's going to be back here. So the idea here is we need a we need to know when it's going to jump out. So I want it to jump out like right here. We'll say at 50. We'll just keep an even number. And let's go ahead and project that. So I'm going to hit A, U, project from view, correct aspect. And then if we set it to reflections for now. Here, I'll go ahead and floor. Just in case I mess up anything. So if U project from view. There we go. I don't know why I didn't do that the first time. There we go. So now we have our texture on the actual ground. So it's going to be sick. Next thing I want to do is I want to start doing some physics. So sweet. Welcome to the stream, Olexski. Hopefully I said that okay. Sweet. So for now, I'm just going to do a cube. This is going to be our pseudo iPhone. Think of it as a giant iPhone. They're around the size I want. We are going to do some cool stuff. So first of all, let's come. What do I want? Shoot, it's been so long. It's dynamic paint. That's the canvas. We're going to add canvas. This one is going to be waves. And then the brush is going to be the iPhone. So dynamic paint, brush, add brush. Yeah, that's fine. And so let's get out of here. Let's play our little animation. There we go. Sick physics. Now what I do want to do is I don't want open border to be on. Like I want, because if I play right now, it goes all the way to the edges. And so I don't want that ripple to go to the edges. So I'll have to figure out how to get it to stop over there. Let's see. If you guys know, I haven't dealt with that before. Just influence brush objects have on their surface. I might just turn this down to like 0.5 maybe. Let's see. No. What if we turn open borders on? Maybe it's like weird. Okay, you know what? I think we'll or wait a minute. Let's test it real quick. So I'll hit, what would it be? E and S to scale outwards. Let's see if that would help. Maybe, is there a way I can do? Let's see. Like, is there a way to like vertex paint anything to where it's like weight paint the vertices? I feel like that should be an option, right? I don't know. You know what? It's fine for now. We'll go and undo that thing I just did, that ugly extrusion. There you go. It's fine. Let's find a model. Let's see. Free 3D. We'll check there first. iPhone 16 model. I'm sure there's already somebody that has an iPhone 16. Let's just do iPhone then. I might see if one of these models like has the geometry in a way to where I can rotate it. Let's see an iPhone 16 thing. Also, let me. I knew iPhone 16. Okay, so it literally. I thought it was. Oh, it was because I was seeing this. So could I not just take it? iPhone 10. Those are conjoined though. Is this the first iPhone that they're individual? Let's see. What's another good free? Turbo Squid, maybe. I could also try Blender Kit. Please, for free. It's 3. Do the. So we might just do a pro. Because they look the exact same, like, you know. We might just do that. Okay, what's the best model? That's not bad. I don't know if it's that great though. $1. Do I just buy it for $1? Does it come with a blender? Blender, it does come with blender. What do you guys think? $1 worth it? It's kind of ugly geometry. What do you guys think? Is this the model? I'll save this. You guys let me know. Get the audience opinion on it while I look for others. See, CG Trader. Free. I don't want to have to pay. Okay, so we got that. Ugly. That's not bad. What is this one? Okay, I feel like we have some good models here. What is this one? This one's actually really good. What is it? Blender? Sick. You can't tell this non 16. What is this one? Autodesk. No. I don't understand what's going on here. Like, is that the, oh, that's the, okay, it's a reflection. I mean, this one isn't bad too. Let's get them both and see. This one is also not bad as well. It's in SketchUp, and I think we got these two are probably our best bets. And iPhone 11 is the same thing. We're outing Apple right now. Hey, it's working in our favor, so I'm not complaining. Also, thanks to the model creators. I will credit you once it is live. Also, for those people who saw last stream, here, let me quickly show that. A little sneak peek. I think it's going on Instagram tomorrow. Here's what we did last stream. We created this CG thing. I didn't do the full thing, and also there are like some blips here and there, but honestly I don't want to render it again, so it's the best we're gonna use. But this was pretty fun. I think we got a pretty realistic result. So yeah, little cat statue. This one's a little bit more exciting, this stream, because I actually have more time to set aside for this. Okay, is the other one okay? Pro Max. Just do that. Download the textures too. This one didn't have textures. Okay, so we'll do some iPhones. Do 1 and 2. We'll see which one's the better one. Extract. Dang, it's only kind of crazy. Sweet. Let's load these bad boys in. Dang. Look at all those cameras. Also, look at all those objects. And what do you know? They're not parented together or anything. Lovely. Select objects. P parent. Keep. Why is it crashing? How many polygons is this? Is this like a crazy amount of polygons? Or, oh, there's probably booleans and all that stupid stuff. There's a shortcut to apply all the modifiers, isn't there? I'm gonna parent it to an empty. Why is it lagging? Let's see how many. Okay, yeah, it's just because the boolean or whatever they're using. Dang, that's a lot of It's a lot of modifiers. Pro tip, if you're ever doing stuff like this, go ahead and keep a version that's non-destroyed, but also go ahead and apply all these modifiers. It just helps in these processes. Let's check the other iPhone. See if we're not gonna have to deal with all that stuff. Okay, less objects, I like it. It's also not scaled correctly. Also love it. Another quick tip, if you're a modeler, make sure your things are scaled correctly. Okay, the textures I'm not loving. Do they even have no glass materials? How's the other one looking? The other one looking sexy? Okay, this one I am liking more. I'm not going to lie, guys. Yeah, I think the other one is kind of dumb. Delete hierarchy. There we go. Let's go ahead and apply these. I'm gonna duplicate collection, and we're gonna name this backup phone to be as non-destructive as possible because I am gonna apply all these modifiers. Let's look up that hotkey because I do. Or wait a minute. I think if we do this and we right click, convert to mesh, I think that applies all of them, right? Beauty. Okay, big brain moment. We can delete this modifier. Sweet, I think that actually worked perfectly. That was sick. Sweet, let's make a iPhone dolphin dive. I don't know why I thought of this when I first saw this shot. Sometimes I just kind of do whatever comes to my mind first, and this is what decided to come to my lovely mind. Let's check out how you guys are doing. Did you just shoot the footages for stream or download on stock? Yeah, so this is stock. If you want to follow along with me, if you're interested, it's just on Pexels. It is called, what is it called? People are walking around in a courtyard in a palace. And so you can just find it on there. And it looks like this. Okay, let's do some sick animation. Let me think real quick. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do is I am going to model out a rough thing of the iPhone because the iPhone is like a billion, million, kajillion polygons. So physics does not like that, surprisingly. So we're gonna model this out. Try to model this out real quick, so that it's not a million kajillion polygons and it's something we can actually use. Don't worry, we won't render this out. So we can be as rough and mean to this as we possibly can. We just want to make sure it's not going to cause problems in terms of the geometry, because physics inside of Blender, it's good. It's not great. It really depends on your model. Also, I noticed real quick, whoops, where is everything? There we go. We do have some booleans down here, so let's go ahead and delete that, I believe. Any more booleans anywhere? I think that's it. This one maybe? No, that's not boolean. Okay, back to our very rudimentary model. So I want to go ahead and how to do this without causing headaches. It doesn't mean it doesn't. I can't speak today. Doesn't need to be perfect. I forget how to affect the boolean differently. Let's see. Shape. Gonna be like that? Sure. Good enough, right? We don't care. Beautiful. And then let's parent that to the empty. And lovely. Right click, shade smooth. Okay, even though it's not quad, I think we should be fine. I'm hoping. I learned something new now. Sweet. Apply scale. Good idea. Good catch. Let's go ahead. Well, before I do that, is this a good size? Let's see. If it like, I'll reset all this rotation. If it's like up here, let's see. I feel like that's a pretty good size for Instagram. Maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Oh man. Okay, let's apply the scale of everything. So this one, scale. Then select hierarchy, apply scale. There we go. Thanks for the catch. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay. So now that we have this, we'll add brush to it. And in theory, now if we move our empty, there we go. Sweet. I'm going to hide our reflections for now. We'll eventually need them, but we don't need them now. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's have some fun animating. So what I want, let's see. When should it come out of the, maybe like 45. We'll just make the keyframes and play around with them later. Okay, so I do want it to kind of like be like this, first of all. Would this be better with a curve? Let me think about that real quick. I believe so. We will do a curve. Now curves and me do not like each other. So I will warn you right now, it's going to be a little bit of playing around with it. Because I always struggle. There we go. I was like, why is that not working? Okay. Okay, so that's the starting point. I'm gonna have it like kind of back here. Then let's see. So that's our table. I'm gonna kind of have it like jump up here, and I want it flat, like right here. That's to scale, something like that. And then I gotta define where I want it to actually land as well, because that's important. We'll duplicate this over, and I want it to land like maybe right there. That looks good. Okay, sweet. Now, I wonder, can I do it directly on this empty? I might have to make another empty, like empty parented to an empty parented to the object. Let's see. Let's follow path. Set this to be the path. Okay, there we go. And I think if I do that, let's see. No, it's the wrong way. There we go. All right, I think what I can do, let me do this to be even more precise. So if I select that, I think I can, what is it? It's Shift S, cursor to selected, and then we'll do Shift S again, selection to cursor. And then do we need to apply something? This is where I always get kind of like thrown off with these curves and stuff. Do we need to apply? So what path? Do we need to apply the location? Why'd that do that? Set that to 0. Apply. This is me testing around, so I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Now if we do it, will it do it correctly? There we go. Sweet. I did not expect that to work. I'm not going to lie, guys. Not going to lie. That's a win in my book. Okay, sick. Okay, this is not rotated though. Oh, I want it. Is that the wrong way? That is the. Oh no, that's the right way. Where's the best place to learn Synthesize? I just did YouTube, honestly. YouTube is kind of where I learn all my stuff. I'm kind of a self-taught visual effects artist. If you want to learn it fast, I'm sure there are a couple of decent courses out there. What was it? It might have been Boris Effects himself had a good kind of camera tracking beginner series on YouTube. I think that's a good one to start. Do you bake the ground texture into the canvas, or how are you going to make it work? Yeah, so what I did before is I went ahead and baked this texture onto it, and then we'll do some compositing tricks to kind of blend it all back together. Oh, one thing I did forget to do. Number one, I forgot what frame we did this on. Was it 40 maybe? No, it wouldn't have been 40. Shoot. We might have to rebake this because I forget. Maybe it was 60, 50. It was probably 50. That looks correct. What we have to do is go to shader editor. This is reminding me we got to do one frame. We got to offset the frames by, it's either 49 or 51. And then auto refresh off. And so then, in theory, if we play this forward, it's baked now. That's what we did before with the project UV. Okay, I think it's 49. Try 51. Whatever. Okay, that actually might be right. It is not right. I was correct before. 49. Sweet. Okay. So, and in theory. Well, we can do that later. So let's animate this thing. We need this to be, we also need to follow the curve. Okay, now it's the correct way. There we go. It's going to jump out of here, create all these sick waves, and then it's going to land in the other pond. Okay, so like, what do we say our thing was? 50? So at 50 is where I want it to start. So I for location keyframe, or not location keyframe. And maybe 140 is where it ends. And then I'm pretty sure we need this to be linear question mark, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, so the timing's off of the things, but it's working. I kind of don't like how early or late it starts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to come out at 30 instead, which means that we'll have to update our texture as well. This is unfortunate though. I'll just move it back. because this lady cannot be here on frame 30. That will mess up everything, lady. Maybe I'll just digitally remove her. Just kidding. That would not be fun, especially with all of this data. Let's see. Yo, Jacob, why don't you make a VFX Discord? That is in the works, funnily enough. I suck at Discord, but I just did a client project, actually. This is a little insider information, and you guys are getting some nuggets of knowledge. Fun project I did. So it was a feature film, and they actually used Discord for their communication, which was sick. I can't tell you any of the specifics, but Discord is a great tool for teams and stuff like that. And so it made me realize maybe I should do a YouTube Discord. And so definitely keep an eye out for that, because I know it's been a thing that people have wanted. And yeah, I might have it. Who knows? Tracking, you really helped me a lot with Blender. Now I'm technically a tracking god. Sweet. Tracking is step number 1 in becoming a better artist. So I'm glad that helped out. Good. Now you have to be a god on masking. Yeah, no, masking is nobody's friend. What up, Felipe? Hopefully I said that right. Brazilian, and your tutorials on YouTube have helped me a lot. Awesome. A lot of Brazilians. I noticed. I guess Brazil is a huge kind of VFX hub. That's pretty cool. Will shadows be projected on the people? You know, most likely not. Actually, that is a good question, because this scene, they have you can't see any shadows on the people, right? And so technically there would be a little bit of a obscure kind of like shadow on some of these people's heads. Like this guy with that white shirt might have like some shadow and stuff like that. But if it was direct sunlight, definitely we can get away with it. Okay. Now we will have to roto out these people, which is going to be annoying. Okay, that's better. That's better. Now the problem. You know, I'm probably just going to have to. Yeah, I'm probably just going to have to make this bigger than I wanted it to be, which is unfortunate. Let me think real quick though. It's gonna be a problem, because our young lady over here is perfectly where I don't want her to be right now. You know, we won't even notice it. I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna shade smooth also, and let's go ahead. Oh, quick tip. You're getting quick tips here today. If you hold Control and then hit 2 at the very top, you can add a subdivision surface level at 2. Just quick kind of shortcut. If you hit like 3, 4, you can set it to 4. I think. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I believe that is the thing. Should we do some random rotation on this? We definitely should. Also, the timing. The timing is really sucky right now. I don't want it to feel, it's going to be surrealistic, but I don't want it to feel uber surrealistic, but I also want it to be in view of the camera. So the dilemma, I might have to make it go up higher. Yeah. So that's why I love working with curves, is because then we can literally just do some of that. And in theory, it should hopefully be better. And I got to widen it out a little bit, something like that, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. And there's something to where like it's gotta, maybe it's not linear. Maybe I'm lying. Set this back to Bezier. I think it needs to be like invert. Interpolation mode, Bezier, did that? There we go. I don't know why that didn't work the first time. Not Bezier. Gosh, I'm not an animator. Let's just say that first. I love all you animator guys out there. That ain't me. How's Nuke's rotoscope these days? After Effects rotoscope is magical. Rotobrush is really good. Besides that, use Mocha Pro or Silhouette. I personally love Silhouette for heavy rotoscope jobs. Silhouette is industry standard there. Great tool. It's also by VFX, and so you can stick in that ecosystem as well as Mocha Pro. Mocha Pro is also whatchamacallit, in that ecosystem, so that is very nice. Does that guy kind of react to the VFX? Now he kind of turns his head. That would have been cool if we got lucky there. What is this animation doing? Is this going okay? No, I don't like it at all. What if we do? Let's try one of these maybe. Shoot, how do we make it look like it's... I think linear was the way to go, guys. But like it does that stupid whoosh there. I think I have the size scaled too much. Because it should be like a parabola, right? Yeah, it just needs faster timing. I wonder if literally we just increase it again all the way up here. Or do we just say screw it and it's now a unrealistic... I mean, I guess I can affect the timing a little bit. So that it doesn't have to perfectly land. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I need help. That's parabolic. Is that a word? Did I use that word right? Let me know. Okay, that's... Okay, it needs to like slow down in air. So how do we do that? Let's turn these to Bezier. And so slow down in air. It needs to go slower in the air. Think. That would be faster, right? What if we... So what is it at now? 32. I don't like that being at 109. We'll do 110. Okay, 30 to 110. That's 80 frames, so 40 frames. 70 is the midpoint. So what if we do? We're gonna go to, where's the animation? Right click. We're gonna insert keyframe right there, and then now that we have this, whoa. We're gonna like do that maybe? What do you guys think? Something like that? To like kind of slow it down or something, you know? What is that? Like the, it's not an S curve, it's another curve terminology. Yeah, we're doing it. Slowly. Okay, I don't like that. Gotta love curves. I would like to ask something regarding the trekking. Have you ever tried the Flax Track add-on in Blender? Flax Track. Was I sponsored by them? I think I did a video on them. Did I not? I think I literally just like did a video on them. I'm pretty sure I did a video on them. Wait a second. Flax Track. I'll just look on Blender Market. Yeah, I have. I have literally done a video on them. I think they updated it as well. So I came to the conclusion it's fine. I have an affiliate link too. I think it still works. So any YouTube video will have an affiliate link in the description if you want to check out Flax Track. I don't know if it gives a discount or not. It's been so long. But it's fine. I think I would never trust it doing in a client project, but if you're doing it yourself, you know, might as well try. Why is it like pausing? I don't want it to pause. Yeah, why is it pausing in the air? I don't like that. Is it because I have it perfectly flat and it's too... Okay. You know, what do you guys think? This is so tough. I suck at animation. It still looks floaty, but if I do that, what if it's an S curve? Nope. What do you call the reverse S curve? Is it literally just a reverse S curve? Stop pausing. This is so annoying. This is why I hire animators. I don't. Whenever I'm doing a client project, I will hire animators instead of doing it myself. Because this is like the simplest animation. I can't even do it. Put a CG character in the foreground, out of focus, reacting to the phone. Oh, maybe. Add a keyframe in the middle and scale it. Remove the Bezier from the beginning and end. Interesting. Let's try that. Does this one need a Bezier? Okay, for some reason this one does. So I'll just hit S. Here we go. Have you done this before? Why is this one all of a sudden? I should have just left them all Bezier. Let's just double check. Bezier, there we go. Still like pauses in the air. I don't know what's going on. I just need it longer. Oh, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I don't like how high it goes. I want it to kind of be good on the framing part of it. So I'm going to see if we can get away with making it shorter. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're getting somewhere. Slowly and surely. You know, I might honestly... That honestly felt pretty good to me. I might move this forward to like frame 40. There we go. That looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit too slow. If I just bring those in like that. Yeah, I mean, that feels pretty good. I still would very much like it to be in frame the whole time. Let's see if we can get away with doing it at 50. That's pretty good. And then I want to add some rotation into this. What if I create a driver? Divided by 10, maybe? It needs to be a little bit bigger, question mark. A little bit bigger. Are they asymmetrical? Am I going crazy? I think it needs to be moved like that. I think so. Why is it glitching? Do I need to add segments to this? Okay, that's better. Let's spin to the top, then go down in frame. Sorry, explain that a little bit. around Z-axis. Oh, was that before I just did that thing? That's what I was planning to do all along. Sorry, I didn't mention that. This is what you mean though, right? Just for it to spin like that. Yeah, I just hadn't added that in yet. Should it go counterclockwise? Kind of want. Do I want to see the screen first or the whatchamacallit first? What do you guys think? Screen or back of the phone first? Here, just so you guys can see it. Let's see, plus it by like 5, maybe. I'm so bad with drivers. There we go. What do you guys think? Also, where's the Apple logo? Did it get rid of that? Or was this the one with the textures? Did I not put the textures in? Yeah, I don't think I put the textures in. External data report. Shoot. Well, no, the screen is there. So where'd the Apple logo go? Let's go to our backup. Is our backup one there? Huh. Maybe it was because I didn't apply the scale. Or something like that. It's still probably there. Let's see. Let's mess around with this material. Let's see. Where is the logo? What happened to that? Main body and logo. Logo in here. Did the UV get scaled weirdly? Did I mess that up? I probably messed that up. All good. I will fix that. I think by doing the UV. Wow. What a lovely mesh you have there. Okay, let's fix the UV. Why is that doing that? Apple logo. Okay, actually, let's view just the logo. Cause I see it right there. That's where I see it. We gotta get that. UV editing. Back to doing math. Doing math. We love math. Back to see the screen as long as possible. No logo equal no spin. What happened to logo? Dream topology. X-Men. I love that. Let's not roast the topology guys. They did a very good job. I am proud of them. This isn't even rotating the UV. What is going on? What is this? Is this the island for the Apple logo? Whoa, 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 whoa. I did not want that to happen. Why is there no timeline in UV? What's going on with this UV? What happened, guys? What'd you guys do? You dirty dogs. How do you select an island? Like linked? Guys, what is going on? What did you do to this? You have forsaken me. What is this? That's not even the right. What is going on? Nothing is working how I like expect it to be working right now. Like what is that? And why is the logo not there? That is so annoying. What is what is going on? Like, did I do anything wrong? Do you guys know? I don't know. Maybe the logo might be a little shy. Yeah, you don't want to be seen. For some meshes, it causes holes in the mesh. If there's anything, is there anything I can do to fix something like that? Causes holes in mesh. Have better topology. It's a topology issue. Subdivision surface is a great modifier to know why topology is like that. You can fix it by maybe trying to patch it yourself, but that's a little questionable. So that's where I would start. Anyways, back to our UV edit. What is going on, guys? Like, I swear I've done this before. You're like, who is this guy? What? He doesn't know Blender. What's going on? Is that not the right Apple logo? Am I just going crazy? Apple logo PNG. Yeah, that's the right logo. So where the heck is it? Whoa. Look at that now. It's pretty wicked. Okay, here, let's just undo until this gets fixed, because I'm afraid I have done a bad. Okay. Whatever. What have I done, guys? I blame you guys. You guys have ruined it. Okay, so don't select that. That part. Why are they even the same object? That is the real question. What do you guys think? Should I just not worry about it and just have the phone cheat it? I just don't understand why I'm not seeing the Apple logo here. It's literally like right here, but it's not showing up over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I crazy in thinking that it should like show up if it's set up correctly? Like, literally, what is going on? I got a nice pink color. You know, that didn't really help me as much as I thought it was. Let's do a checker texture. See just how that is projected on there. Okay, so that's like clean. It is being set to UV. It's being set to object. Huh. I don't know why it would be set to object. That's weird. Did this person not UV unwrap in? You know, there's our little logo. I can see it. It's right there. Interesting. Okay, I don't understand why they would have done that. If I'm being honest with you guys, it seems a little interesting to me. Let's undo everything again, because I think I messed up to where now that we know the solution. There we go. I think that's enough. So yeah, like if I just do UV, is it there? No, but we're closer. I don't know, guys. This is weird. I've never ran into this issue. Let me know if you guys have, and if I'm just a dummy. There's got to be some way to do this better. If I would control. That actually surprisingly did a pretty good okay job at selecting that back. I'm just doing, I don't know what that did. I'm just doing control and then plus. That's how to select more or less of an object. So pro tip. Why is that there? This is like infuriating me. Scale X. Sorry. SX -1. Okay, we have the Apple logo there. It's just being weird. Guys, we are slowly solving it. Okay, how big is an Apple logo? I'm just gonna eyeball this. I don't care. It's that big. I'll put that on my other screen real quick. Don't want to save that. Shoot. It's like right there, maybe. That seems pretty centered. Like, did I nail that, guys? Or what? Maybe a little bit. Like there, I'm trying to line up the center. That seems pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna say fat good enough, guys. Like, what do you think? That's sexy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man. Oh, the reflections. Looks so good. Might even make the that's probably isn't gonna make it realistic. Which one is which? Let's see if I make this like white. Ooh, that's it. That's it. Okay, we'll make this. I don't want to do too much, okay? Just enough so we can see like some good detail into this. I always like my things to kind of be a little bit more scuffed, but it makes it more realistic. The problem when you kind of go into doing stuff for client is you always got to ask them like, hey, do you want this stuff like roughed up like this, or do you want it like pristine? And so it really depends on like the company. Also their kind of vibe, right? Also the new iPhones don't have those buttons sticking out, so I'm just gonna recess these in a little bit. Wait, what's going on with the buttons over here? Are there two buttons? Why are there two buttons on top of each other? That's weird. Yeah, the buttons are like much more low profile now, I feel. Yeah, there's a duplicate button there. Oh, that was probably a Boolean. Make sure I got the right one. Yeah. That'd be my guess. Ooh, we missed Boolean here. Or did we? I'm gonna remove it because for some reason it didn't play. That's weird. We got like some like lo-fi going on in here, like some like synthy lo-fi. How's the music level, by the way? Like, is it overpowering? Can you like barely not hear it? Like, I haven't really been listening. Why is this white in here? If we don't see it, I don't care. Okay, what was I doing? I was doing this. I want this to be... I should probably be using a math... No, not math node. Maybe a math node. What should I be doing? Making this... No, I need the other way. I need this to be more black. I just want it to be reflecting more. It's pretty sick. Over here. Mapping, reset mapping. Can you solve problems with Blender you wouldn't even have without it? Yeah. Somebody's saying, dude, you know what? I'm gonna piss you off. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Or is that gonna be annoying to do? Oh no. Oh, I didn't have that selected. Silly me. You know what? You shouldn't have spoken up because it is now going to be even bigger. So I hope you're happy. You have done this to yourself. I don't hear any music. Music good. Sweet. Is music good because off? Question mark? Or is music good audio level? You're just not a music guy? Is that what it is? Okay, I think we're like pretty sick. Now the one thing I don't know, and I think somebody had mentioned it before, is like we're not gonna get self-shadowing here. Which is stupid. What's the best way to solve this? Maybe doing a shadow pass. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. It's stupid. First of all, let's bake it? Question mark. Because I don't like how fast that comes up. 0.5. See how fast. There we go. Okay, it doesn't come up as much. We're gonna do the same thing over here. So 0.5, so it doesn't bounce all the way to like make it look weird. This one we gotta control 2, add that in. Sweet. Yeah, because the problem we have right now, right, is like, so we need this to be without a principal BSDF, but we don't have shadows. And so maybe there's a node combination. Also, why is our thing off again? Was it because I done goofed? What's the first frame? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a 51. Check from view. Correct aspect. There we go. And this one needs to be 50 now. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. I do need to set this to be a holdout. So I'm gonna piece by selection holdout. Where should I put that? I don't even know at this point. Or should it be a shadow catcher? We'll just do holdout for now. Okay. And then we need the same thing over here. So ES. Oh, is that weird? E selection. I'm super unorganized right now. Okay, just so we can't see. Ooh, we gotta do this one too. Then that one's gonna be more annoying, I think, because it doesn't have a lot of pixels. Let's see. When do I need it to be like? Oh, and there are people here too. This one's gonna be more of a finicky one, honestly, because I could digitally remove that guy, which I might do. I don't know, guys. This one might just be jank. Okay, why is that wrong? Where are those people even coming from? Oh, I said 119. It should be. There we go. Yeah. So that one, I don't know. This one might be a little janky. And why did this one? Oh, it's because I baked it before. There we go. Okay, so we're still having this issue. It might not matter too much. I don't love it, honestly, but I think it's going to be fine. Also, there's definitely going to be seam here, so we're going to have to composite that. Weird. Good night. Thanks for joining the stream. Sweet. Okay, music. Subtle. I love that. What do holdouts do exactly? Basically, just anything behind it gets rendered as transparency. And so as you can see, that's how we hide our phone. Some tricks right there. Let's see. Okay, this is looking sick. Let's just kind of go frame by frame and see if there's like any weirdness going on. I'm really liking our reflections, so we set those up pretty nicely. Yeah, we're gonna have to do like something with the shadow here. I think, honestly, what I'll probably end up doing is setting, like doing another pass of like all of this stuff set to white, and then just getting those contact shadows and then doing that. Or yeah, no, I'll probably have to do a separate shadow pass. You'll see what I mean a little bit. I'm just thinking out loud right here. What is it? We don't need this here. I hate staring at it. Yeah, look at all that texture warping. So honestly, and that's actual, yeah. This is what I was saying. This one back here is going to be a little bit more janky, just because there's nothing I can do about this. It's basically stretching pixels more than they can, and this is 1080p footage, and so that is that's gonna be the best we can do. Set this to 50 because 50 is the first frame, or is 50 the first frame? I think 51 might be, right? Yeah, we're gonna do 51, which is, sorry for all you OCD people out there, but okay, now let's start thinking about render passes. This one's gonna be interesting, actually. Do I need to break up the phone separately from those? Probably, if I want to have shadow. Shoot, this might be more difficult than I thought. So if I do a phone pass and then that pass, and then I'll need to do a separate shadow pass to put on just, yeah, I think I'm thinking about that, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a phone. So this is gonna be phone only. So that means I need to break these guys into their own collection. Well, they're in their own collection right now. So if I go ahead and do indirect only in that, so I want to go ahead and do holdout on that layer. That's looking good. And then I'm going to set these guys as our holdout ground. Now for our ground holdout objects, what I actually might have to do, let's check this real quick. Yeah, we don't want those. We want that to be our reflection material, question mark. So let's do this to reflections as well, and that should fix. Why is reflections UV'd? Here, we'll just for holdouts. There we go. Okay, I'm doing all weird stuff. There we go. Okay, just to have that same material there, because that's very important. Very, very important. I almost did a rookie mistake. And then our shadow. Okay, here, let's put our cube down again. Where is that bad boy? Why can't we see the cube? Because it's below the ground. Nice. Oh, I was like, why was our cube like not on the ground plane? Oh, weird. Selection, cursor to origin. There we go. Yeah, I was like so confused why the cube disappeared. Okay, oh, look at that nice reflection. Okay, so yeah, we are getting direct sunlight, which I don't want like right now. So that means that we gotta enable our reflections. Oh, our reflections were disabled, and shadow. Oh wait, no, shadow we don't need on, but we do need. Gosh, guys, this is crazy. We need to delete the floor. And then this needs to go in the reflections, and then this also needs the reflection. Gosh, guys, this is I'm doing all this stuff. Yeah, let's turn this off of this doesn't need to be shadow catcher anymore. Or doesn't. It just needs to be indirect only. So we'll set reflections to indirect only. These guys, what are these? The holdout, this needs to be indirect only, right? Does that still affect the holdout? It does not. So it needs to be holdout. Double holdout. Okay, so does this look realistic? Or can I composite it to look realistic? That's the other thing. It's a little dark. Here's a quick tip. A lot of quick tips today. You can actually, let's see, what's the best way to do this? You can actually emit something a little bit. So if I put this to like 0.1, like it's giving us something, but it's not like enough to actually emit light onto our scene. And so as long as you keep it very low, I find that you can get away with that a lot. What is this? Is this, that's just a logo. Okay. So yeah, so quick tip, just how to kind of get away with some stuff. Now it's probably not the most correct way of doing stuff, but when has that stopped us? Look at this, sexy reflections. Ooh, and the sexy texturing too. Look at that. Oh, thank you so much, Osama. I really, you are the first super on a live stream. That is sick. I really appreciate that, man. Oh man, this is like you guys are witnessing history right now. I'm sorry I didn't recognize it sooner. What does this mean over here? Do I get to like celebrate it or something? Oh, I gotta sign in to do that. Well, I appreciate it. Here, wait a minute. I gotta sign into my Gmail account. I don't know why it's not signed in. That's weird. Give me 1 second. I'm checking something on my end, guys. For goodness sakes, Jacob, come on now. There we go. Okay, so did you have a comment? Or was that just a... Sorry, this is me kind of like figuring this stuff out. Is there a comment attached to that, Super? Can you pin the corners of the canvas? Is there an option for that? That's what I was trying to figure out. I cannot find that. You want to do a quick Google search? There we go. How to pin the corners of dynamic paint in Blender. Yeah, let's see. If this.
Let's do a little bit of dynamic paint. So I'll create a plane and I'll go to subdivision modifier and I'll make it 8 by 8. Now you can see here on the wireframe, it's pretty dense. So the next thing I'll do is I'll add a sphere. Now I'll use this as my brush. When it comes to dynamic painting, you need a canvas and you need a brush. So I'll quickly animate the sphere and that'll give us a little bit of action. So I'll select the plane, I'll go to physics, and I'll go to dynamic paint and I'll change that to canvas. I'll put the substeps up a little bit and anti-aliasing. I'll then go down to output and enable the paint map and the wet map layer. Now copy the paint map because we need this for the attribute node. So with the sphere selected, I'll do the exact same, except this time I'll change it to a brush. So jump into the shading tab, make sure we've got a material assigned to the canvas, and add an attribute node, and paste in the name paint map layer. Take the colour, pipe that into the colour of the shader. Thanks for watching, you know what to do. Like and subscribe.
Okay, well, that's not what we wanted. I don't know. Honestly, we'll see if that runs into any issues anyway. It might be fine. Let's get rid of our cube that we don't need anymore. Also, is that that's a fine background screen? Sure. Okay, anyway, sorry. I am so, like, just all over the place. So we have our phone thing. So we have phone. We do need one more, I think, for this time. So we'll go to copy the settings of this one. Then we'll do the ground. So for this one, I don't need the phone. I need physics to not be holdout. And then I need the shadow and reflections we don't need. What is this one? What is this cube? Oh, that's the, yeah, okay. Okay, so I think that is that for that one. Said that a lot. Don't worry that there's a seam here, we'll fix that later. Okay, I think this lady is saving us from having to worry about, like, doing some stuff with this edge, because technically that is bleeding onto that, which wouldn't be realistic. But I don't care about that. So we have those both set up. I think that's pretty much it for that one. So we got the ground now. And then the one more, okay, this is going to be very experimental. I've never done this before, but I think it should, in theory, work. We're going to do... what are we gonna do? Shadow layer. I don't know. I'm just naming stuff at this point. What we need, right, is both of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and just duplicate them. And do I have to rebake it? Probably. Okay, let's see. I gotta have my phone back, I think. Let's go ahead and rebake it. It should, in theory, be the same exact thing. See if that lines up, please. Okay, that looks perfect. Yeah. No. Why did I do that? Okay, yeah. Alright, so we have duplicates of these now. I'm going to turn those off. And so if you remember, these are where we're going to have the actual... We need our holdout back on. So these are the actual texture ones. We're going to change that, though. So these ones are just going to be shadow catchers now. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this for back shadow. And all we need to do, in theory, is add a principled BSDF. Put that there. Roughness down, specular down. Something like that. It's crazy, like hot. Shadow and reflections need to be on. But that's still like crazy. Like, oh, it's because this one I'm gonna set to actually influence all of this stuff. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that's like that. And did that screw up any of our other stuff? I don't think so. I think that's fine. So now that that's like that, we can put shadow catcher here. Why is there? Do I need to disable? I need to disable the fit. No, why is that crazy shadow? Because this doesn't need. Let me think real quick, guys. Shadow. Where's the phone? Is the phone there yet? We gotta have this moment. We're probably gonna have to do an ambient occlusion pass? Question mark. Yeah, because that's all in shadow. Is this not gonna work then? So what I'm trying to do is just do a separate shadow pass and stuff. Sweet. No comment. Well, thank you. I just want to thank you for taking the time to teach us high level of visual effects for free. I really appreciate it, bro. VFX is a passion, and I don't believe in gatekeeping, and so I am more than happy to have some fun with you guys. So glad you can support me whatever way you can. It means a lot. You're the first one ever. Can you believe that? It's only my second live stream. Gosh, how do we do this? This is like something weird. Do I just fake it? Like, do I turn this off? Shadow off? Sorry, not that one. This is kerfuffling me. Oh, it's also not self-shadowing. Okay, so here's the other option that we could explore of getting this to remove this material. Because now we have that white, and in theory, I should be able to just use that white as like a multiply or something in compositing. It's super jank, so don't take any of this as what you're supposed to do in the industry, and I'm sure there's a better workflow than I am exploring right now, but in theory we should be able to multiply that and it'd be fine, hopefully. I think I don't know what I'm doing anymore, guys. We're gonna test this out. We're gonna have some fun, okay? That's all I'm saying. Is now is the fun time. Yeah, how does this side look? Just applied the things. Yeah, because I don't love. I might turn off shadow for all of this stuff. So we'll select the phone, select hierarchy. And if I go over here to the maybe I just need all the objects. Select hierarchy. Yeah, then I can turn off shadow. Well, that's not gonna be fun. How do I make it diffused without like throwing everything off? I don't know. This is weird. You know, I think that's gonna have to be the best we can do. I know, very stupid, but so this will be one of my not as realistic shots, but maybe it is gonna be, who knows. So we'll set we need, I do that over the ground. Dang it, Jacob. So we need to turn that off. We need to turn the physics back on. Silly Jacob. That was a rookie mistake. Okay. I'll be setting shadow. There we go. So that off, this on, and I think that's good. Let's go ahead and render out a image just to see everything. We'll use, let's see, what will we use back here? We'll use like this part. Render image. Oh, ton of motion blur too. We gotta kill that. Phones for some reason have like 0 motion blur. I guess they have super high shutter speeds. Okay, so go ahead and do that before I forget. 1.1, there we go. Okay. Okay, so we have that, we have this, and then we have this layer, the shadow layer. Okay, my theory is if we do a, is it mixed color or would it be alpha over? Probably alpha over, right? And then put this on the bottom, and then this needs to be like fully white. Why is that not fully white? Oh. What is going on? What in the world? What? I'm so confused. Okay, whatever. I'm losing my mind. The stream has gone on for so long. I am forgetting what to do. Okay, so that looks fine. The phone's disabled though in the shadow, right? So we need to turn, no, it's enabled. Okay, yeah, so the idea is we have, I don't know if we need that. Where'd the render go? Hello? Do we need to render an image again? Yeah, okay, that's much better motion blur. Don't ask me why phones are like that. They just are. I've done this enough. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so we have this layer, and this layer. Okay, let's get this rendered out and open up Nuke. I know you guys are begging for some Nuke stuff. We're gonna do a multi-layer. Whoops, not freelance. Name this I don't know, CG. There you go. Okay, first one's gonna be RGBA because that's how Nuke reads and stuff to make it easy on us. Next one's gonna be ground. Next one's gonna be shadow. Render image, let's go to Nuke. Where can I learn all the passing stuff, or how important are they? Yeah, so passes are a little bit more complicated things. You can look up specific videos on YouTube. I have a course that kind of goes over the basics of passes a little bit, not focused on passes, but it is in there if you want to learn that. Basically all you have to know is that each view layer up here can be its own pass. You can separate them out here. And then also over here in the view layer properties, you have all these other passes that you can turn on to combine stuff. And the idea there is you'll have more control in compositing. Typically for this stuff, since it's so easy, I don't break it up into all these specific passes. I could see if you're doing like a core. Cores are like the worst of the worst in terms of like visual effects. If you want to be good at visual effects, just do like a car shot. Like put a car in a shot and make it look realistic. That is, that's pretty much one of the most difficult shots in VFX. So cool tip there if you want to do that. Okay, so let's read in. I keep going to the freelance folder. It's just so ingrained into me now. Let's go to CG, EXR. Where what frame was that? 58. Okay, sweet. So let's make sure we have everything set up correctly. This is always, I always recommend doing this, by the way. I found a lot of visual effects artists don't check in compositing before they just send a thing off to render. It's always good to just check in compositing before you do anything. Actually, this one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do what am I going to do? Shuffle. Shuffle's how you get to the other passes in a multi-layer file. We're going to go to ground, which is that one, and then we'll merge that into our stream and see if they color match decently. And I probably will have to quickly go over into color. We'll go to OCIO, go to Blender's OCIO, which is this one. And change, what do we got to change? We got to change this to sRGB. Here we go. Sweet. So it like pretty perfectly matches. I think there's a little bit we can do. So I'm gonna unpremult and then premult. And we'll just grade the gamma, maybe. Yeah, and so it's a little misaligned for some reason. I don't know why that's happening. Yeah, but that's a pretty darn good seam, if I say so myself. And what we could also try to do, see if we erode the alpha in and then blur the alpha before we pre-multiply it back. I haven't done this before, and that's probably not what you want to do, but I don't see why we can't test. So I'm going to erode that alpha in, something like that, and then we're going to blur it like crazy. And then we're going to pre-multiply back on. Try to get rid of that seam. There we go. Okay, that worked pretty decently. If you don't have any idea what I just did, it's Nuke, is obviously. Nuke separates alpha from footage, and so you're constantly used to working with alpha and kind of thinking of it differently than you would the RGB channels. Okay. So we got that set up correctly. Is the phone looking okay-ish? Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't like that we don't have any like shadow or anything. That's the unfortunate thing. What I could do actually, see, this is great. Why we like doing renders beforehand is let's go to the phone layer, and I'm gonna turn on. So we got the holdout ground. We got the Sorry, my dog's going crazy upstairs right now. All right, let me think real quick. Why are these? Because they're principal BSDFs. Why are they not giving shadow? Okay, so that was working. Why were those other ones not working? Why are these guys not working? Why can't I see that right now? That's so weird. Why can't I see that? I'm so confused. Why can't I see in that one, but not the other one? Am I looking over something right now? It's hidden underneath of the reflections. Why would it be hidden underneath the reflections? What? That's weird. I don't know what's going on. Here, let's just reset everything. Let's not even worry about the shadow. I know this is a not going to be a great shot, but I'd rather have a shot for this stream. Okay, I don't know. It's not the best shot. Sorry, guys. Okay, so come back here. We got the phone set up, and then try a shadow pass. This is going to be very interesting. So if we just merge that, we would have to merge it before the phone? Question mark. Let's clamp this down. And maybe blur it. Okay, so that actually does add a little bit of ambient occlusion, which is what I was looking for. Again, this shot is just kind of set up all over the place. This is like not really the best. Let's see. Let's do that into that. And now we needed a road. Or wait a minute, instead of multiplying, I could just use a grade, right? Probably need to invert it. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. It's something. It's totally not how you're supposed to do it at all, but it's something. It's going to be for like 2 seconds, and we're not going to see it. Okay, I think that's pretty much set up. Let's do our money shot right here. This is kind of like... I want to change the color of the back. I don't like the color. See something exciting. Let's see. What's like an iPhone color? iPhone 16. Spelled that wrong. Let's see. Let's do that pink. Or I guess we have to do one of these. That's kind of boring though. Do like a brass one. That's not too bad. Or a white one. Try like a brass first of all. How light is it? Kind of like a very desaturated brass. Ah, that's better. I'll saturate it a little bit more. Cheat it. And then this, what does that look like? Okay, it's just the same color, but muted. Okay, that looks more interesting, I feel. Matches the walls. Okay, so I think we're pretty much at everything I can do on stream, because what I'm gonna have to do next is render this out, and of course that's gonna take a little bit. But hopefully this has been a somewhat exciting stream. I'm sure this shot is gonna be awful, and so if you want, you'll see it on Instagram. My Instagram is just @JacobZirkle, I think. But check that out. I'll have the previous streams thing up tomorrow, so that'll be exciting. I'll do like a little behind the scenes breakdown of all of that, and so you'll be you know, you can see it over there. And then yeah, I'll post this shot as well, just a little breakdown as well. We'll see how it comes out. I am not very confident in it, not gonna lie, guys. As you've seen, it's, you know, there's just there's nothing I think we can even do for that shot, you know, for like specifically, just because we need, the problem we're running into, right, is like, if I'll do a new view layer up here, and then I'll go ahead and turn this off for rendering so I can kind of show you. Reflections, we need to be indirect only, shadow indirect only, and then these need to be holdouts. Okay, yeah. So the problem we're having is this needs to be the same exact color for the transition to work, but because of that, we can't have a principled BSDF, because if I add a principled BSDF in here, that's how you get shadows. Is like that. We no longer have shadows baked into it. So I don't know. I might mess around with this later and see if there's another workflow I can develop, unless you guys think of something. But that's a problem. Try green. Pink looks like a missing brown blends into the background. Okay, I'll try green real quick. I'm back. Oh yes, I'm so sorry. I'm ending my stream, but you'll be able to watch it later. Let's try green real quick. I do agree, it kind of blends in the background a little bit. What was that green color? Do I just say screw it and like not do what their colors are? Sure, why not? What type of green? What's like a cool green? I feel like that's a pretty cool green. You know, I don't care about being accurate. Let's just have some fun. Side thing needs to be a little bit more green. Why is that not changing? Why is this not changing? Oh, because I'm set to white strip right now. How does that look? Looks pretty clean. I'm going to keep that kind of that color so you can see that it's an Apple product. Why not? What do you think? Or actually, I dislike that very much. There we go. Better. What do you think? Is that a adequate green for you? Save life PL. I'm not sure what that means. Save the live. Yes, so the live will be auto transcoded to YouTube, and it will be up like within the hour that I end the stream, and so you can see it there. Anyways, let me know what you guys thought of the stream. You know, if you want to leave a comment on the video that's coming up, or just let me know. I'd love to hear all of your guys' thoughts, as I want to get better with streaming, and there is no better way than to just ask. But yeah, anyway, I'll render this out. You will see it up on Instagram and maybe on YouTube in short form, and see how it turns out. I still got a lot of work to do, but in theory, that's gonna create a massive problem, isn't it? Let's test that real quick. I know I keep like pseudo ending the stream, but not really. 127. Okay, let's see how that looks. You know what? Why does that blend in a lot? I just... 127. Oh, it's because I'm shrinking it in a lot. Yeah, that's right. Which honestly might be... It might honestly be the solution, is to just do that. It's blurring it way too much. But yeah, literally, it's blurring that edge. It's sick. It's also blurring the top though, so I'll probably have to mask where I want it and where I don't want it. So, but I mean that reads. That reads. Okay, sweet. Okay, I know I've been talking way too long, so I'm gonna end the stream. But I really do appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll keep you updated on this shot. Make sure to turn on the bell for any more streams. I don't have a stream schedule now because my life is crazy and I'm constantly working on freelance visual effects. But you know, it was great to have you guys. Let's see. Watch the shadow to mix different normal textures. Which node should I use? Mix color. Mix different normal textures. I would use, I think, gosh, I don't even know. I'd probably use mix color and then use the factor. I think that would work. How do you make shadow off the object? I'm not quite sure what you mean by shadow off the object. I mean, you would just choose shadow catcher inside of Blender. I'm assuming that's what you mean. So yeah, just go to object properties and mess around with the shadow catcher mask right there. Great stream. See you next time. Thank you so much. Bye everyone. Thank you, Jay, for all the effort, time, and help. Maybe next stream you do it. Ooh, that's not a bad idea, Mito. Do a challenge next stream. What challenge do you have in mind? I don't know. Maybe I'll open that up. I'll probably do like a community post soon of like what challenge I should do. I don't know, because I've done a lot of like under an hour challenges. I could do something like that or something cooler. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But do let me know if you have any ideas. Let's set this up to render. Give you a little bit to comment to see what challenge. Then I gotta end it. Are these baked? Why is that not showing baked? Why are some of these not baked? Okay, those are baked. Who knows? Oh, okay. I'm giving you 1 more minute to give me a challenge. Hi, Wong. You have came at the worst possible time. We are just now ending the stream. I apologize. Not the best of timing there, but don't worry. We're going to stream some more. We got a 6-shot in the works, unfortunately, because VFX takes forever. I can't do it live on stream. We'll have to figure out a way to do that. You know, that'd be cool to like figure out how to do a full shot live, you know, because this is probably going to take like under an hour to render, but like that's an hour of like me doing nothing. Maybe we like play video games in that hour. But then again, it's going to be using my GPU. So it's like, I don't know. I do a challenge where people can compete within the stream time frame. People submit to Discord channel. Ooh, that'd be people wanting me to do Discord. Okay, I see how it is. I have heard you guys. Don't worry, Discord is definitely coming. But that's not a bad idea. Do like a little like community challenge, but in the stream. So I'd have to like plan it out and like make announcements and all that stuff. That's not bad. That'd be fun. Good idea. Good idea. Abstract CGI. I really appreciate that. Don't worry. We will do something cool and involving, because I got to figure out how to involve you guys more. I feel like it's boring just looking at me doing all this boring stuff. You know, let's have some fun with it. Maybe even like in the future, I could like, ooh, that'd be cool. Like, maybe I do like applications to like see who wants to bounce on stream, and like we can like both share our screens and like find a setup that, I don't know, not do a 1v1. I feel like that would be complicated, but like do like a 30-minute challenge and like, you know, have the community vote who wins. I don't know. That's just me brainstorming, but I like the idea. Okay, well, thanks everybody for watching. I will catch you in the next stream, which should hopefully be soon. People are saying 1v1. We shall see. That seems like a whole lot of things could go wrong. People, you know, they'd realize how fake I am and stuff like that. What's fun is when I stream, I let audience decide what and how we create. That's not bad. I love all the ideas, you know. I think it'd also be good to get the creative juices flowing, because I am not a very creative person. I'm more technical than anything, so I always love when people give me ideas, because those ideas are usually better than mine. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next stream.